Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video. So, hello there everybody, and welcome back on in to the channel today for a new video. Now, well, the theme of today's video at first may seem kind of repetitive, and to be honest, if you are going to think that way, to be honest, I don't actually fully blame you on that one, just because of the fact that in some regards, to be truthful with all of you, yeah, it kind of is repetitive, but it's not repetitive because, like, I'm running out of ideas or anything like that. It's kind of repetitive because there has just been something that has been weighing on my mind more and more each and every single time I decide to, you know, just kind of hop in and rewatch some new Ninjago Dragons Rising episodes. And again, at first this is going to sound really repetitive and really silly, but it's relating to a Beatrix, but not necessarily Beatrix herself, as there is actually another character that relates very heavily to her that some of you guys may not even know about, and you wouldn't know about her if you didn't already know about some of the leaks we've been getting with regards to Dragons Rising and kind of different plot points with regards to different characters. So far this all seems to be extremely legitimate information. We've had this information out in the wild for like a month now, I believe, and to be honest, it's a lot more recent since I found out about it after I went on a small break for a while. But I just want to get straight into this. As Beatrix, right, it is said that, well, straight up, obviously spoilers ahead, so be sure to click off now if you do not want to be spoilt. But for those that don't, here we go. Beatrix has a sister, and this sister is said to be kind of like a rival to her. Well, I'm going to break it down now, as it actually says right here that Beatrix was actually a second on the list of candidates for the throne of Imperium. She was right behind her twin sister, who possessed some sort of elemental power, and then with Razi's help, Beatrix banished her sister and captured a source dragon to drain its power. And the one part of this we actually know about so far canonically, obviously within the first 10 episodes, is the fact that Beatrix has a source dragon in her possession and, well, she's draining its power. But we actually know nothing like at all about her sister. Her sister has not even been hinted at. She has not been spoken of once. There has been absolutely no mention of a sister for Emperor, Princess Beatrix, whatever you would actually like to refer to her as, leader Beatrix, whatever. It doesn't really matter. All I'm saying is that there has been absolutely no mention of her, despite us being, you know, halfway into the season, right? We're not exactly really early on. Again, we are slap bang in the middle of the exact halfway point when it comes to Ninjago Dragons Rising, and there is no sign of what is presumably going to be an extremely huge plot point. Now, why am I making a video about this today? Well, simply put, I believe that this is something that's being very heavily overlooked. Even with the group of people that have actually already seen this leak, you know, for the past month and have been very familiar with it, I feel as though there has just been no mention of her sister. And once again, I do definitely think that this is a detail that is being severely overlooked and, again, just kind of forgotten about when it comes to Ninjago Dragons Rising. If you ask me, Beatrix on her own is still gearing up for a full lot of screen time, right? I feel like she hasn't even had her particular run within the season yet as a main villain, and I think we are kind of just getting into that now. Obviously, in episode 10, we saw her essentially imprison Raz, who was quote-unquote the main villain of part 1, essentially, or at least he was framed that way, you know. Obviously, we knew about Beatrix being the kind of one above him, but he was like the guy on the ground, and Beatrix was much more above. But I definitely do believe that, well, obviously, if you ask me on this, I think that Beatrix will kind of play the role of Raz and will be kind of on the ground more in that really cool-looking mech, which we saw a little bit of in episode 10 of Dragons Rising. But on top of that, with more screen time for Beatrix, hopefully coming in part 2, I think that a huge plot point of this season is going to be, well, not only Source Dragons, but her sister in some capacity. Who knows? They are probably going to be going at it. Or let me just take this one step further, right? I am literally just speaking my mind as we go along with today's video, but hear me out on this one. What if her sister ends up being the villain for part 2? This may be a topic for a whole new video, but seriously, it is definitely something to ponder, and it's something very interesting to just kind of keep in mind as we go forward with this. But at the very least, I definitely do sense some sort of insane rivalry going on between these two. Beatrix is probably going to want her, well, for lack of a better term, gone, in all honesty, and I'm really excited to see how all of that actually ends up playing out in the future of this season. Time will tell, though. Obviously, we do not have all the details here, which is both a good and bad thing. Good thing because we do not want to be spoiled. bad thing because, well, I am just so desperate for these episodes, and I'm sure a lot of you can all agree. We're just desperate to see what happens next, but patience is a virtue and we must wait. But with all of this being said, that is basically going to cover the events of, well, today's video. That is basically everything I wanted to discuss when it comes to this particular topic. So yeah, I hope you guys did all enjoy today's video. And with all of this being said, I will catch you all soon for a new one. But please guys, before you do all head out and exit today's video, please do feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on all of this down below in the comments. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more, and hit the notification bell so that you behind the screen there, yes, you there, I'm looking right at you, can keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on the channel. And with all of this being said, I will catch you all very soon for a new video. Goodbye everybody, see you all very, very soon.